One-timers, getting to know the guest of Sports and More the podcast just a little bit more.
This is One-timers with Gerry Johannson from the Sports Corporation. Gerry, are you ready for One-timers?
Yes, sir. I am ready to go.
All right, let's talk about what your favorite sport was growing up.
The only sport, hockey.
And what about your favorite team as a kid?
Probably the Montreal Canadiens.
How come?
I don't know why. They were so good, I guess you couldn't help but pay attention to them. And, I think those days we had one channel or two channels in small towns, so you didn't have a lot of choice. I suppose that's why.
Yeah, no doubt. Favorite athlete when you were a kid?
Oh, man. Probably Bobby Orr.
He's a very popular one, man. He's part of our poll question today. I'm asking people if they could have one defense partner as a rookie, who would it be? Bobby Orr, Paul Coffey, Larry Robinson, and Nick Lidstrom are the choices. And I think Bobby Orr is probably going to win that poll.
Well, you couldn't go wrong with any of those, but I think I can see why Bobby Orr is number one for sure.
No doubt. I'd imagine you wanted to be a hockey player when you were young, but aside from that, was there something that you wanted to do aside from being a hockey player?
Well, I hockey player for sure, but seemed to be the only option. My dad was a policeman in a small town, so I thought that would be the other job, but he discouraged that a little bit. So it would have been, I think, a policeman or a hockey player.
Awesome. The favorite sports moment that you have witnessed live? Do you have? I'm sure you have a few.
Oh man, I got so many. The Olympics in Sochi, the Canadian Junior Gold Medal in North Dakota. Oh man, there's so many. Some of my players have played their 1,000th game. Those are pretty cool. Memorial Cup in Vancouver when my good friend Scott Bonner won the championship with Milan Lucic.
Yeah.
So quite a few.
That's amazing. That North Dakota World Junior is still one of the best, is the best World Junior team ever, I think.
Well, when you look back at the players they had, like you didn't really realize it at the time because the whole team used to have good players. But when you look back on it, it was an all-star team in the NHL. So playing against Ovechkin and those guys, it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, it definitely was. What about your favorite sports moment from being a kid as a fan?
Oh, man. You know what? Probably just the set of the Edmonton Oilers. I grew up in Saskatchewan. So, in those days, the Oilers were so dominant, it was hard to ignore them, and what they were doing. So probably something in that realm.
Do you have a favorite band or artist?
Old country music, my friend. So I could go on and on, but Luke Combs right now.
Okay. When you were a kid, what was your favorite movie?
Oh, for sure, Star Wars.
Nice.
Those special effects were ridiculous, eh? They seemed like it.
Back then, they seemed like they were basically out of this world. How about right now, when you're not watching hockey, is there a TV or a streaming show that you like to watch?
Well, listen, I'm getting desperate like everybody else. I'm watching Japanese movies on Netflix with English subtitles. That's how desperate it's become. So, I don't know. I think we're all Netflix experts now, but nothing in particular. Probably Vikings is probably my favorite show right now.
Okay. And do you have a favorite actor, male and female?
Oh, man. Male and female actors. Probably Scarlett Johannson, I would say, and for obvious reasons. And I would say probably, a male actor. That's a hard one. Probably any James Bond character. That's
a great one. And that's a great debate on its own because there have been so many amazing James Bond characters. This has been One-timers with Gerry Johannson of the Sports Corporation. Check out his full episode and his full interview at sportsandmore.ca.
This has been One-timers on Sports and More the podcast. Check out full episodes and more at www.sportsandmore.ca.